Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know, it's Life is Reyes, Charisma here. I am Charisma and I do attend Delaware State University, and I started this channel back when I was a freshman in college, which was 2 years ago. So yeah, but today is story time. So let's get to the nitty-gritty. Okay, anyways, today I'll be discussing how I ran for Miss Junior during a pandemic. Okay, so let's go back to root one. Let's go back to how this all started.
5 minutes later.
Originally, my sophomore year, right? I ran for Miss Sophomore, and I did not win, you know. And it was kind of just like a humbling moment, you know. You won for something you really wanted, you know, everybody's gassing their head up, so you're like, okay, yeah. Like, you felt confident, you felt excited. So anyways, election day came, I did not win. It definitely hurt my feelings, definitely woke me up, definitely humbled me, but that loss taught me so much. It really taught me how to appreciate winning and how to appreciate losing, because losing made me want to go even harder. Because I know when I first came to Delaware State that I wanted to be a part of student leadership, I wanted to be a part of change, I wanted to be a part of impact, because that's just who I am. I didn't want to just be a student and just, like, you know, let these 4 years pass by. I wanted to really make some change. Period. I wanted people to know who Charisma was when I stepped on this campus, like, oh yeah, that's Charisma. Or when I graduate, oh, you remember Charisma, you know? So it kind of was just impact thing. And I knew that I wanted to be an involved student. I really love, you know, my HBCU. So I wanted to be one of the people who definitely made an impact and made that. So anyways, when it came to running for Miss Junior, this was before the pandemic happened. You know, we had the interview process, we had the whole, you know, just workshop. You have to go, it's a process to get to campaigning and everything like that. So that happened, that took place and all that. And it was kind of just, you know, nobody ever thought that we would have to end up campaigning virtually, which was something that was never done before. So we're just all like, okay. When the whole pandemic happened, it was crazy because it was a very crazy time for me, because I just didn't know what the future held, and I was just thinking, like, I can't go back to school, I can't get my stuff. It was really stressful. So I didn't even tell you guys how I didn't have any clothes back during quarantine, and basically I had to just use my mother's clothes because all my clothes were still on campus. So my campaign video was actually shot with my phone. My best friend recorded and I directed it and edited the video. So that was something that was very crazy and something that I thought I would never have to do. But we really made it shake. We really just made everything out of nothing, and I think the video turned out very, very, very nice. I got amazing feedback from it. A lot of people didn't even know I took the video with my phone and edited it. So I think it turned out pretty nice for the most part, and I'm happy with the turnout, obviously, because, you know, where I'm at now. But I mean, I really made the impossible happen, and I'm thankful for my support system, because without them, it would not have been possible. And I really just think the motivation and drive within me really made it all possible, because you'll be surprised what you can do when you really want something and make it happen. And I think it's just so funny because the whole outfit is really my mother's, and I really had to make a video within a certain period of time for my speech. And I really think that my vision came to life, and I'm happy that everything worked out for the better. And I really like the end of the video, especially because it says focus, which is my platform, and I like how I decided to, you know, zoom in on that. And I think my best friend did a great job at making the vision come to life. And yeah, I'm really happy with the turnout. So shout out to my production team, me and my best friend, and this is a great experience overall, so I'm thankful. And if I had to do it all over again, it wasn't ideal, but I still would do it if it meant I end up right where I'm at.
2 hours later.
I'm just already dealing with the mental aspect of just the whole pandemic in itself. Then I have to think about how am I going to switch my campaign from in person to virtual. So that happened, and it was very stressful, and it was just like, yeah, it did create fear, create anxiety, because I just wanted to be able to get my point across, in the most genuine, authentic way, but through a phone. Because it's like, how you going to interact with a person through a phone? You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows me for like being also interactive and, you know, hey girl, walking up to people I don't even know. That's just who I am as a person. So for it to get such virtually, yes, I was freaking out because I'm just like, yeah, a lot of people already know me, but what about people who don't know me? How they're gonna know what I'm saying is real? How are they gonna, you know, really take what I'm saying and be like, oh yeah, like I understand, I feel what she's saying, like in person, that human connection. That's what I wanted, but that just, yeah. So anyways, campaigning has started and you know, everything was going smooth. I was getting stressed out though, not gonna lie. Cause it was the lives for me. Like who wants to be on the live, right? And I'm just like, I know these people will get sick of me because the campaign was for 2 weeks long and I had to end up, you know, creating a schedule for myself because if I didn't have a schedule, it would just be crazy. So I had each day I knew I was going to post my flyer, a speech, video, a virtual program that I would have on live or something like that. So it was kind of just the schedule helped. I had a campaign manager, shout out to Lex. Had a campaign manager, campaign team, and everything like that. They really kept me grounded. They kept me relaxed because the anxiety was going crazy. But nonetheless, I'm just saying how having that support system helped me get through with the campaigning. And my platform is called Focus, which stands for Find Our Calling Using Strategy. And what I wanted to do with that platform was really just help this junior class kind of just feel prepared for life after college, remove that anxiety, that fear. Because I know that, you know, life after graduation, I heard a lot of people say that it's not as easy as you would think it would be. So I kind of just wanted to help prevent that anxiety from happening by just creating tools and strategies for the junior class and just have the alumni come and talk to them, help them understand how it really is, and just really just get down to what we can do to make sure that we feel prepared for life after college. Because, you know, junior year is definitely no joke. So that's when life, you started like, oh wait, I'm about to graduate next year. It's just like, all this comes down to you at once. Anywho, it's gonna be great regardless, whether in the pandemic or not. I'm gonna make the best of it. So when I was learning from Miss Jewelry, everything was going smooth and everything. It was just a lot of, you know, discipline when it comes to understanding that charisma, you know, understand that it's virtual, understand that you're gonna have to go harder on this virtual thing because you cannot interact with people in person, you know what I'm saying? And I was running against 2 other girls and it was just like, we were all going so hard. So it's kind of just like, yeah, like really all you can really worry about is kind of yourself and, you know, your run and your race and just, you know, be yourself, be genuine, be authentic. I'm just like, I don't even care. I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on charisma and her run, her race. So it was kind of just like blocking out all negativity, blocking out all, you know, things that are not going to better me in this run, not going to better me during my campaign. Like, I don't want the negativity, okay? So that's how that happened. And I knew how much Miss Junior meant to me, like running. I was just like, it was so much deeper than what people were saying. Because it was just like, imagine you ran before, right? And you lost. And it's just like, okay. But I decided to not let that discourage me. I decided to use that to motivate me to want it even more. I'm just like, you know what? Don't even trip. Let this make you go harder. So yes, I was coming for that crown. Like, yes, I want to be Miss Junior. And I kept saying it and I kept, you know, manifesting that. And I was praying about it. And I was like, listen, God, I already know if it was meant for me, it's already mine. You know what I'm saying? Hypothetically, like if I didn't win, that simply was meant to say that it wasn't for me. Just like when I ran from a sophomore, God was like, it's not your time. No means next opportunity. So I took that with a grain of salt and I ran with it. And I was like, okay, God, I'm going to listen to you because I already know he does everything right when it needs to happen. He makes no mistakes. And this time when I won, it felt so good. It felt like, I know that if I would have won as a sophomore, nothing would have compared to me feeling like how I felt when I won Miss Junior. I just fell to my knees and I cried because I just cannot believe, like, I'm going through a pandemic and I'm trying to host these virtual events and these lives. I hope people are listening to me and tuning in, and I'm trying to get my point across and my platform across virtually. So, you know, it gets really frustrating, but when I won, oh my gosh, my body just was filled with so much like excitement, and I was just crying because I was like, thank you God, and I just couldn't stop thanking him because it was really not have been possible without him. Prayer and just manifestation. And I wrote that on my goal for this year. I'm trying to tell y'all, writing your goals out is what's going to really gets you there because you can see it. It's out of your head now. It's on a piece of paper. So when I wrote it, it was just like, wow. And I wrote it. I said, I will become Miss Junior this year. I wrote that and it came true. And I was like, oh my gosh, the power of manifestation, patience. I had perseverance. I did not let a loss keep me. I did not let that just discourage me. I let that push me and motivate me. Do not stop, y'all. Now y'all got me in my mug. I'm all like feeling it because it's true. Don't let a loss define you. I let that make me go harder. I made it push me. I'm like, you know what, Charisma? It's just not meant for you. Okay, understand that everything is not meant for you. And you have to come to terms with that. So winning Miss Junior meant so much to me, and it still does at this very moment as I'm currently serving for it. Even though it's virtually, I'm so grateful to be in this position. I'm going to make the most impact I can virtually, and even though we're in a pandemic, I'm not going to let that, ruin my reign. I'm not going to let that, make me feel like it all wasn't worth it, because it's very much so worth it, and I'm very much so blessed to be in this position right now. So I'm just so happy to even be here, y'all. I was crying like a mug. I was like, yo, this is real life. Like, just imagine you dream about stuff, you pray about stuff, and it happens right before your eyes, and you're just like, wow.
And Miss Junior is Charisma Williams. Congratulations, Charisma.
In the pandemic that we experienced and that we're still going through, it's nothing about this that's easy. It's nothing about these changes that are easy for us. I just thank God for getting me to this position right now, y'all. And I really hope that this story time, or just not even the story time, but this testimony helps some of you guys. Because yes, I lost. It hurt me, but I got right back up. I did not let myself stay in that position. You know what I'm saying? So just let this be a testimony. And thank you to my mom, my grandmother, all the women in my life who have pushed and inspired me to be who I am today. And without them, I wouldn't even be Charisma. So I'm just thankful for them and my amazing support system, best friends, family members, all that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, y'all, it's Life is Riz. And yeah.